Hello class, this is a video tutorial on expanding binomial expressions, and I'm going to show you two forms. It's going to be as two groups or a binomial expansion. Now these may seem like a bunch of gibberish to you for now, but we shall see what it means as we go along. So the first one I would like to address and teach is this here: two groups. In summary, what we will be doing is the following. If we have two groups, so let's say we have A plus B, some two numbers A plus B, and another two numbers A plus B, and it's going to be A plus C. What will it equal to? Okay, so how we go about this is, the first thing we need to learn is that this is actually, okay, so I'm going to color code it now. I'm going to color these ones blue. I'm going to keep these ones black. Now watch what's going to happen. Okay, this is actually equal to A outside this group, A plus C, plus B A plus C. So in actual fact, we just take each of these individual terms, A and B, and we repeat this second term for each of them. And then now it's just a matter of expanding each group individually. Okay, so A times A is A squared. A times C is AC. Then now we have B times A. B times A is BA, but we like to keep it in alphabetical order. So BA will become A B. The last one will be B times C, which is BC. Now this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Sorry, just close the window there. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense, not until we see it as an example. So I'm going to keep it to one side for now, because I'm going to do a binomial expansion on this right hand side. Okay, so this is two groups, so we have one group, two groups. So let's take, for example, this following expression. We have x plus 3 and x minus 5. Again, I'll just use color coding just to help you see what's happening. So I'm going to keep these two blue, and I'm going to keep this entire one here black. So now watch. It's going to become this first term, which is x outside x minus 5 plus 3 outside the group x minus 5. So we take each of these. So if you really like, I'll draw little arrows for you. There they are. And then this group repeats twice. And now we expand each group individually. So we get x times x, which is x squared. X times minus 5. So that'll be negative 5x. And we're done with this left-hand group. And we're going to repeat it for this one. Positive 3 times x is plus 3x, and 3 times negative 5. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Which will give us these two numbers in the middle, x and x, are like terms. So that's going to be x squared. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2x minus 15. I'll do two more examples for you. Here we go. This is example 1. Do another one. We have an example of x minus 2, x minus 1. Again, keeping the colors. Blue, blue. Keep this black. And of course, this color coding I'm doing just for explanation purposes. Normally I would do this all in the same color, but take a look. X. And then we have this group here. Then we have minus 2, because minus 2. Then we have that group there. X minus 1. So then that will give us x squared. X times minus 1. Well, that's minus 1x. But we don't write minus 1x. We just write minus x. And we're done with this group. And we'll do this one. Negative 2 times x, which is negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Collecting like terms, minus 1 minus 2. So this stays the same because it doesn't collect to any terms. And then these ones become minus 3x plus 2. We'll do one more example. Do one more example for you. We have x minus 5, x plus 7. And this time I'm going to keep it all in the one color just so you can see how I go about doing this. This becomes x, this group, minus 5, then this group. Then we expand. X times x is x squared. X times 7 is positive 7x. We're done with this group. Minus 5 times x is negative 5x. Minus 5 times 7 is negative 35. Collecting like terms, this stays the same. 7 minus 5, because it's positive 7 minus 5, which is now 7 minus 5 is positive 2x minus 35. So that's just a core example of these groups. Okay, so this is with two groups because we have one group, two group, one group, two group, one group, two groups. But now a binomial expansion. Okay, here's where it gets slightly trickier. Okay. Pardon me. Excuse me. A binomial expansion is if we have, we'll do it in black, is if we have some group A plus B, and it's to the power of, so we're going to start with just the power of 2. Okay. What this actually means is there are two lots of this group multiplied by each other. Okay. So this actually means A plus b times a plus b. So it's the same group repeated twice, which if we apply the exact same methodology with this one as we do for this, we get a outside, because we have a here, outside this group, plus b outside this group. So we get a times a is a squared. A times b is a b. We're done with this group. B times a is ab. Remember, b times a is ba or ab in alphabetical order. That's a b. And b times b is b squared. Collecting like terms, we get a squared plus, that's 1ab, that's 2ab, so that's plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so let's take a few examples of that. So now let's say if we have for example, x plus 2 squared. Okay, so well, that's actually x plus 2, x plus 2, which is actually x plus 2, the group, plus 2 times the group again. Expanding, x times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. We're finished with this group. Working on this one, 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 2 is 4, which will give us x squared plus 4x plus 4. I'll do 2 more examples for us. We'll get x minus 3 squared. Now remember, watch. This is actually the group repeated twice. So it's the same group repeated twice. They're multiplying each other. This is actually this number, which is x times the group minus 3 times the group we get x times x is x squared. X times minus 3 is negative 3x. Finished with that group. Moving on to this one, we get minus 3 times x is negative 3x. Minus 3 times minus 3, so 3 times 3 is 9, but 2 negatives multiplied, minus and minus, give me a positive. So overall this is x squared minus 6x plus 9. So that's the expansion of this. Now we'll do one last one, and we'll go straight into a little trick. No, not so much trick, but a little curveball. If I make it 2x plus 5 squared. Now, it may seem a little difficult, but we go straight into the exact same thing. 2 of the same group, 2x plus 5, same group again, 2x plus 5, which will give us so this number, which is 2x, with the group plus 5 with this group. Expanding each one individually. 2x times 2x. So we'll do the numbers first. 2 times 2 is 4. X times x is x squared. Two x times 5, so 2 times 5 is 10. And x times no letter, well, that's just x. 5 times 2, moving on to this group, 5 times 2 is 10x. 5 times 5 is 25. Collecting like terms, 4x is on its own. Sorry, 4x squared is on its own. 4x squared is on its own. 10x and 10x is 20x. And 25 is on its own here. Plus 25. And that there is expanding binomial expressions shown as 2 groups. So here we have 2 groups and a binomial expansion, which is shown here. Best of luck.